I've had it. I had it up to here. I have had it up to here. I tried all this time to. I tried all this time to forget about it. Try to ignore it. I thought releasing my statement before would help me get over this and forget about it. But recent news, recent actions, it's not really helping me out at all, man. I'm just a guy who loves video games, man. I'm just a guy who loves video games. Who just want to enjoy video games. That's all I want to do. Enjoy my video games. I want to go on Twitter, check new announcements without being bombarded with some kind of protest. I want to go, on Twitter and have fun conversations instead of argue with some idiot who thinks they're right and the other person's wrong. I really am. At the end of the day, whoever watches this video, come across this video, all they're going to see is a Nintendo defense. That's all they're going to see. And they're going to use this video against me. Use this video to fuel that, look, another Nintendo fanboy is defending Nintendo. That's all they're going to use this video for. But dang it, something has to be done. Something has to be said. Somebody got to give. I'm fed up with this. I'm fed up with both the Smash community, Nintendo community, and Nintendo themselves. Let me explain how I'm feeling at the moment about everything right now, about every single little bit of controversy right now. Let me start off with Nintendo, because y'all love that, right? Let me go ahead and start with Nintendo, because what y'all about to hear, wow, it came from him. Nintendo, what is your freaking damage? What is your damage? All we want to do is enjoy your crap. Well, we can't do that because you're mad at one community. Now you're taking it out on everybody. Poor Captain Alex. Poor Captain Alex. He was just doing something for charity and you took it down because you're mad at the Splatoon community. You're mad at the Smash community. Now everybody is reaping the cost and you're mad. Now everybody got to be punished. For what? Because one community couldn't let go of their ego so much that you had to throw them a cease and desist and they still can't let it go? Now everybody's on Twitter is against you. Now you're mad at us? What is your damage? We didn't do nothing. The guys who are enjoying your games and playing your games and listening to your music, we didn't do nothing. That's them, not us. In the community, this Nintendo community should just butt it out of it. Now we're in the crossfire now for no reason at all. We're in the crossfire now. Nintendo's coming to take away some lighthearted stuff like some charities, our music now. We got in the crossfire because we decided to defend the Smash community and everything else. And now we're in the crossfire. Now Nintendo's taking it out on all of us because we're up in here talking about something. We're going to emulate. We're going to rebel because Nintendo didn't let the Smash community do this one thing. Because they couldn't let go of a 19-year-old game. So now we're in a crossfire because we couldn't keep our heads out of it. So I guess that's how we are now, huh? Now we're in the middle of something that we shouldn't be in the middle of. They brought it to the Nintendo. We didn't bring it to Nintendo. Now they're mad. They're doing everything in their power to cancel us. We're trying to cancel them. What is that going to fix? What is that going to fix? Nothing. It's just going to keep making the situation worse and worse and worse and worse. Huh. As a person who loves Nintendo, a person who loves the Nintendo community, why are we showing so much pettiness at the moment? Why do we have some kind of all new inflated ego? We all knew Nintendo was like this from the jump. Was we supposed to be this surprised? We all know that Nintendo is heavily strict about their freaking IPs. We know this. And I agree, Nintendo should listen up that grip. I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly, but Nintendo's not going to let nobody just rampage over their IPs. I agree that, you know, if fans want to make some remakes for the other fans to enjoy, they should let them do that. I agree. Some modifications. I agree that mods are not illegal. I agree that emulation is not illegal, but we shouldn't be doing that in freaking tournaments. Nintendo is marketing that stuff. They are showing it off to the public for people to buy. They are marketing that stuff. That's what happens when a big company gets involved with tournaments. Why do you think Capcom, Bandai, and NetherRealms do this mess? They're marketing off their games. But I guess our ego's too big. Our egos are too big to let go of a 19-year-old game just for one tournament. Or at least until this pandemic is freaking over. At least until this pandemic is over. We too self-centered and ego to let go of this one 19-year-old game until the pandemic is over. Then I can go back to enjoying Melee, back to enjoying whatever mods y'all want to do. Man, you do that stuff in a local. You don't do that stuff in a freaking official tournament. And as for Big House, you know that you caused a lot of problems when y'all just refused, when the logical answer was just to run the freaking Smash Ultimate. Just run Smash Ultimate Tournament. Just why did you think that everything would go down and Nintendo would just back off if you just said no? Y'all can't even have y'all event. Y'all can't even do what y'all was going to do for charity. I get it. Nintendo's been a dick in the past. I get that. But all Nintendo asked was, do not use that mod, and y'all just had to say no. Now everybody is catching Nintendo's rage from it. Unnecessarily. But you know what the big problem is between Nintendo, the Nintendo community, the Smash community, and Big House? Petty. Egotistic. Everybody all of a sudden got inflated egos. But nobody don't want to listen to nobody. Nobody didn't want to listen to nobody. Over what? A freaking mod in a 19-year-old game. And because y'all mad, y'all just had to dig up the past. When I see that Nintendo does want to do something with the competitive scene. Why else would they create a Nintendo versus freaking Twitter? Why else they was running open invitational tournaments during a pandemic of all things? And they was inviting us out to E3, and they was supporting. They were finally starting to support Evo, and they was tweeting about this stuff. And for what? A mod in a 19-year-old game. I don't feel like we're moving nowhere forward. And everybody got to take a blame somewhere, because honestly, when it comes to the average Joe person who don't care, but who has to deal with this, who's trying to be civil, who's trying to be, trying to ignore it all and can't ignore it all because it's shoved in his face everywhere he go on Twitter. I had to let loose of some on freaking my best channels I watch because they was talking about this. I had to unfollow people because they was talking about this. I don't even check the Explore page on Twitter no more because this stuff is still trending. I thought when I release my statement I'll be able to feel better, but I can't because it's still in my face. I'm tweeting almost every day about this. I can't ignore it when it's in your face 24/7 now. I'm a Nintendo fan. I'm a Smash Bros. Fan, just like you. How do you think this makes me feel? That I have to curse out my freaking favorite company because they can't listen to a fan base for nothing. They cannot listen for the life of them. They can't freaking listen for the life of them. Always gotta turn a cease and desist, huh? That's all y'all got up your sleeve to silence the fan base? That's all y'all got? We're screwed. No wonder other fan base laugh at the Nintendo fan base. We can't shut our mouths from nothing. Every time something doesn't go our way, we always got something to say. We just screwed. No wonder that other companies laugh at Nintendo because every time the fans go against them, they gotta put some kind of cease and desist. Every time they try to, the fans try to do something for them, they gotta put out a cease and desist. It's a joke all around. We all jokes in this situation because nobody don't know how to think, talk, or speak. But we all know how to be petty and argue. And that's a dang on shame.